Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Welcome, Doom, Robot, Rags, Puck, and Brian. I hope you guys are doing all right. Having a little bit of my stomach troubles, but we should be okay. Hand sanitizer, welcome as well. I hope you guys are doing all right today. We are almost the weekend, very soon. Let's get some music going. There we go as well. Akine, welcome. How are you? And we're gonna jump straight into it. As I said, we're gonna have a short stream today because I do have something else going on tonight. So that means we will be streaming for 3 hours, 4 hours between that, and then I'll have to leave. So let's just jump in straight and not spend too much time just wasting the time. So if I remember correctly, we left our rover at our original base. There's barely enough time. Alright, so let me just put the game on so you can hear. I think. Put this music and then the game can go up a little bit. Something like that. That should be okay. Bit ill, but have some free time because of that. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I ate something this morning and my stomach is like, yeah, I didn't like that. I don't remember anymore what the plan was. I think we just came and collect resources. I think that was the only thing we wanted to do. So let's get into our rover. You know what? Let's refill the bottles while we're here. Just to be 100% sure. Turn off the food mod. Trying to use as less as possible hydrogen right now. Alright, let's disconnect. And I think 6. Yeah. Let's go and do some more assembling and welding. I had a short night as well, so I think it might be that. My stomach might not be happy just because of the short night. We're going to waypoint 1. I should be in between there. I'm definitely gonna have to get some good sleep if I want to do that recording for the episode tomorrow. So I have a little bit of brain capacity to talk and do stuff. Because now I'm like a little bit in a haze. We're going to waypoint 2 now. Just turn on the AC slightly for a while, just to cool down the room a bit. As soon as the lights go on and the PC is like starting to play a game, room heats up much quicker. And it's weird because all these lights are LED, but it doesn't seem to be cooling down or being cold. Dreading it already. You guys also don't have any AC, no? Agene? I mean, I don't think like Germany, Belgium, Holland, France. Well, France in the south they might have ACs, but a lot of the European countries like around Belgium don't have ACs. So if it's like a summer, like a heat wave, it's... and if you're young, you're okay with that, you know? But if you're older... your body just doesn't recuperate as good. Oh, I'm sorry. I already had 3 coffees today, hoping to kick start that body of mine, but yeah. Would that be in line, you think? Might have to retract my piston a little. Let's see. Do you have humid weather in Australia, Doom Robot? I don't know actually. Like in Malta, we'll hit like easily 40 degrees once we pass like April, but it's like also 90% humid, so it's like, yeah, everything is sticky and if it's dry heat, I can handle dry heat much better than humid. There we go. Alright, so we should be completely set up here. We have 27%, so we should have enough oxygen or hydrogen on this one. Let's see how our metal grids are. We have 45,000 steel plates and we got 30,000 metal grids. So we should be able to continue this little rodeo. Yeah, alright, let's switch lock. And let's do this again. Oh. Hey Mark, welcome. Some parts of Oz. Is that a abbreviation? I'm assuming you don't live in Oz. You're not a wizard, are you, Mark? Who knows? Alright, I'm hoping to be able to complete this part. I mean, at least the top part, but because the bottom part also has... This is another layer of heavy metal, and you see I'm not doing heavy armor in the bottom. Nope. I'm not welding up. Nope, nope. This is otherwise... this project is gonna take too long. I could set a script up for this as well, that with the retraction it goes quicker. But as I said, I don't want to spend too much time and scripting and figuring things out. Because by the time I figured everything out, I'm done welding. It's a spaceport, Akini. Switch lock, switch lock, switch lock. There we go. Now I can unswitch you. Are my welders enabled? They are enabled, so let's start with you. Let's see if you weld up the rest there. Hey Cyber, welcome, how you doing, man? Oh, la 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 la. Now the assembler should be kicking in again. Let's see, we are still at 45,000, weirdly enough, but I'm assuming that has have to be updated in a second. Hey, good to hear that, Cyber. I'm hoping everything is clear and understandable. Put a welder in front of pistons to weld conveyors. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hand sanitizer, did you see my drill? This is actually based on my never-ending drill. The thing is, I want to be in control over this one more than on the drill. Megalomaniac, I think he's a masochist. That's what he is. Well, he's not a masochist because he's not welding it up himself, is he? He's a sadist. That's the word I'm looking for. He's enjoying the pain of others. Creative tools are still on because I did photo mode. You mean it really forgot last stream? I was still going and spent about a good 5 minutes flying down? Yeah. That one is completely automated. Actually, I assumed that I turned it off, but it didn't. It's still drilling. The only thing we forget is this block. So let me just build that block there as well. Which is not part of the blueprint, but okay. Missed all the ice. It did indeedy. Let's go and check out my Alright, we already lost 2,500 metal grids and 5,000 steel plates. The batteries are okay-ish. I am assuming you guys are draining. Fully depleted in 7 hours. 6 hours. 5 hours, okay. Now, as far as I know, we should only need the connectors to go back. So I'm actually thinking about leaving the connectors from now on. So we can return the drill when needed. Although, do we want to lift it already when we return it? No. We don't want to come back on this height though, because if I come back on this height, I will hook up on the railings. So we're gonna have to lift it. So what I'm thinking is later is to take that one with the rover maybe and then drive it back. Problem is I cannot drive it back there because I'm gonna hit here, so I will have to drive it back and drop it here maybe. So this is gonna be the max size. How many blocks is that welded now? We'll see. I think this is about welding until this spot here, I was saying. Alright. You're there. Switch lock. So I'm just gonna retract it quicker now. And now we can put both of the thrusters back and forth. What I should do is put a button here, which is the reverse of both pistons. Yeah, sanitizer. I did only one piston time. I just wanted to see how it was going, because I'm just keeping an eye and then I can speed up. .5. Also, I want to keep an eye on my refiners, assemblers. I want to see if they can keep following. If they cannot keep following, I need to keep that speed. So, block on. Switch lock, switch lock, switch lock. Then switch lock here. And do have an access point to just group these pistons. I think we only have 2 pistons, no? Yeah, okay. 2 pistons. That the other one is my transfer line, so it doesn't matter. No, no. Just a button. Okay, we'll take a button with a display then. Okay. Groups. We just say reverse. Okay. So now I should just be able to press reverse and it's gonna extend and then reverse again. Yeah, alright. Alright. I mean, we could think about maybe putting the welder on there on the end. It would definitely make it a little bit easier for us. I don't think it's gonna weld up everything though, but... Let me see, one welder here. Yeah, it should weld up everything. There we go. Alright, let's keep an eye on my refineries again. We are now at half of my steel plates and I lost 5,000 metal grids. So it seems like steel plates are going quicker. I think we need to raise this to like 80,000. Let me check my assemblers. Sounds like a lot of material. It does sound like a lot of material. Okay, you welded this up. That means we definitely cannot go back there. Meh. Meh. The problem is, if I'm not careful, it's gonna weld up the blocks here. If that does it, then we are in problems. So let me just double check. What did you do? You welded up my connector, okay. As long as it doesn't weld up anything here, we're good. So this is what, 8,000 metal grids in 2 runs? Ow. Well, the block 1 block lower. I don't think so though. Weld hand sanitizer, because it will probably block anything to weld on the bottom there. As soon we will see. As soon as I merge block this, we'll see if it welds up the first block next to it. If it works, then we're good. It should normally weld up pretty far off. I think this should still reach that block below there, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be smarter to actually put a arm on the side that welds on this side, so the welder is not too close to the side of this building block. So instead of dropping it, is put an like a conveyor that welds this here. Alright, so you're not welding this up. Alright, no worries. So we're gonna put a conveyor here. Yeah, I tested this as well, hand sanitizer. I just forget it every time. And I'm also always confusing the small and the large grids welders, as in distance.
Energy.
Meh.
Yeah, it's gonna work. Okay. Do this, and then we put here, and then we put that welder block on this side. So it's not gonna weld this up because the welded block is inside, but normally it's not gonna weld up merge block. It's not gonna weld up this merge block at all. We almost need to put it one block further here.
Fuel.
Because
low.
the next thing is... Yeah, okay.
Fuel critical.
Because the connector is... The next thing is that gonna pass over it is gonna be the connector. So that's gonna block the merge block again from being welded. So I'm gonna have to move the... welded block another block forward with a pipe. Hydrogen tank. And power. Did I not have a med bay here? No, I didn't. Is there a med bay in the spaceport, Akine? I don't think I saw one. No, alright, no worries. It won't weld it, sanitizer, because as soon as this is going forward, this is gonna go over the merge block and the merge block is not gonna weld. I know this for sure because that did work with my drill arm as well. Why are you not welding up that merge block? Is it because of this connector being too close to it? I think it is. I think this connector is too close to it. Alright, no worries. Let's... Maybe if I switch lock. Nope. Not willing to weld it. And I cannot weld it as well. Alright. We'll see. I will have to weld this manually. And we need to put a block on there as well once it's welded. What I could do is put a T with another welder on this side. We could do that. So it just welds behind it. could do that instead. Yeah, I can build a med bay on the rover, maybe. We'll see. Yo, MSG, welcome. Rogar, welcome. Rax, are you talking about this? About this? Or are you talking about the builds? We could put a med bay here, just like not properly orientated. Let's see how far we are with our resources. Steel plates, I got 7,000 left. Insane how quickly these steel plates go. We're done, no. That means I cannot weld another row. Now, I need to wait. So, merge block off. Switch lock. Reverse. We're gonna put a T here with another welder on that side. Yo, MSG, thanks for dropping the link to Akine. Guys, you should check out, he dropped actually a new video today about a new scenario he's working. It's a teaser trailer. Definitely looks cool. Right, so let's go for another pipe. Meh. 2 pipes. Actually, we don't need 2 pipes, we just need another welded now. The advantage of this next scenario is that everything is already built, so you don't have to worry about metal grids and stuff. This should normally be enough to get this thing welded up every time. Now, while we're waiting, let's check my inventory. We might drop everything from here. Although, did we not do that already? I think we already made that, no? So this should be completely empty. Yes. You guys are completely empty. Alright, so we could just disconnect, go back home, let this thing weld everything up. Because... well, the steel plates are definitely going quicker now. That's a good sign. With the 8 assemblers and everything on speed modules. We definitely are having a good... So we got like 20,000 steel plates, which means, if I'm correct, let me check this block here. This is 150. Yeah, 150, and there's like how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are actually, no, okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So 33 times and 150. So that's 1,500 times 3 is 4,500 steel plates per row. So let's say 5,000 steel plates per row. And you seem to be doing, I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 30,000 per go. So once I got 30,000 here, we can do another run. For the moment, I only have 22,000. If I do the run now, I'm gonna run out of building materials for the last row. I kind of want to just kick this off while I'm going to drive to the other place. We don't need to go and pick up resources anymore, I think, because we do have a lot of... Does it show how many ingots we have here? No, it doesn't. So let me just check my container. We got 830k nickel. We got 629 cobalt. The iron is what is going to go the quickest. Yeah, we can do another run. I found you through the Proxima series. Thank you, appreciate that, Rax. I'm kind of new to this series. What's all the welding for? Oh, this is making Planetfall, Rax. This is a building scenario made by Akine, who's in chat. This is purely focused on building a colony, which is like part of the lore and the goal of this scenario. Now, this is the biggest base, at least planetary base, for this scenario, which is taking a lot of stupid metal grids. And that's why I made this, like, welded printer arm that just prints everything for me. Here, I made a refinery system, assemble system, that just assembles everything I need to weld up this base. By using Easy, who is here, which is a script. And I'm using my rover to go and collect the resources from my base, which is 7 kilometers away. Which there I have a whole like refinery drill setup, which is still drilling. I think we're now at 8 kilometers. No, it was 5 now. We'll see. If we got 30,000, I'll turn this thing on and we can drive back home. Steel plate 25,000. Why are you suddenly going so slow? Is it because you're trying to do these metal grids constantly? Once we get past those metal grids, the steel plates are gonna go quicker. How much do we have left? We need another 4,000. Before it focuses on steel plates only. See the speed these steel plates are being made? Much better. How are our batteries? Fully depleted in 4 hours. 7 hours. Okay, so we are keeping the same amount of drain. $26,300. $26,800. I think $26,800 might be enough to get this thing started. Because the last row, we can just leave the welders on. Yeah. So let's turn you on. Switch lock, switch lock, switch lock. Then switch lock here. And reverse. The only thing I need to put here is this block, which is a problem. I should update this blueprint with a updated version of this. Alright. So I'll leave you doing this and I go back home. In the meantime, we can go and check out the drill. That will give us some more time to get this thing, make more, assemble more parts. Is this episode 15? So this is 15 streams already been doing this. We started with Bob, Survivor Bob. I'm not sure if you know him. This scenario, which was a co-op test out, and then I just continued this solo. Showing of Blackreach? Yeah, I would. Yesterday during the stream, Lucas was wandering to the bases. Was like, "Are you good in the base building?" Well, I'm okay. Everybody was a little bit more, what you call it, verbal about my build successes. I never feel like I'm a great builder myself, but. I think I need to speed this piston up a little bit. It's gonna go a little bit smoother because there's nothing connected until... Alright, you're gonna refill again. Let's go and check our drill. You know what? Let me fill my bottles up first. This is why. Okay, we are so full with metal that there's nothing that can go in here anymore. I think we're still with 20 million iron now. How far are we? Iron, 29 million. I'm never gonna run out of iron, that's for sure. Alright, let's go and check out our drill, which is now currently at 5.34 kilometers. So Rax, this is my drill that never ends. It just keeps drilling, keeps drilling, keeps drilling. So we are now 2 kilometers away. Less than 2 kilometers away from Bob's base. I don't think we will make it in this stream, but we are definitely getting closer. So as you can see, this is the same setup. This is the same setup as the build I have there, but this is completely automated. So this is completely self-sufficient, keeps welding things up, keeps grinding stuff down. Yeah. I've been working on a better design, which has a little bit more of a smoother lineup, but that's for the future. It's not something I'm rushing in. So as soon this one reaches like halfway here, it's gonna like, you know, pull itself in, which is a little bit brutal, but the drill doesn't seem to have any issues with it. The change I need to do here is the same like I'm doing at the other bale, at the under the welder arm, is I need to just turn off this merge block. The merge block connects, then does a switch lock, and then this is gonna be smooth as butter. Not for this, Rax. Not for this one. I think it's too complicated to... This is like a guide that is gonna take like 2 hours or something, I don't know. Because most of it is happening on my event blocks, so I'll show you the event blocks. I mean, I made the video for like, what you call it, the missile, which was pretty... I think it's a 45-50 minute guide, and then after I'm done I'm realizing I forgot something on that video, and then I learned much more how to improve it. So yeah, it's a good design. You learn a lot about event blocks, but it's not like the most efficient missile. There we go. Now you should disconnect and continue drilling. Yeah, there you go. And this whole thing welds up everything, this arm, the merge blocks. Here we go. That's gonna be another 20 meters. The other design I'm doing right now that I'm building up is gonna be with the rail on the bottom. So instead of having the rail on the top, there's gonna be a rail on the bottom. I'm gonna make it so that it actually can also weld up a rail where you can have a rover that is like fitting inside it, so you can just drive the whole length. And it grinds the connectors off. Yes, it grinds away the connectors, the merge blocks, of everything that is no longer needed. It takes it away. This is what you get if you don't pay attention. I actually set this up here to move to the next spot, but I didn't think about it. Actually, is this not the right one we need with the brackets? We might have to do those brackets. So yeah, here you can see all my event blocks and my timers. This is the brain of this drill. And we started from here and just drilled all the way. We are now at 5.36 kilometers. So yeah, this is my project, which was the refinery here. So this is the first thing we built, this and this built. Then after that, we moved to the what was this again? The farming? I think it was farming. And the next one was the medical. And then from here we moved on, made a rover with a drill on, with the welder arm on, and drove to there. A very sane drill project for a very sane building project. Can I put you on stockpile? I want to see if there's any... Are you going to fill up? If I do stockpile on, you are filling up. Alright. I need like 50% is enough. There we go. You know what I think might be a good idea? Is actually put the connector on this rover here. And have my miner there. We might have to do this next time. Have my Clyde connected to this. Go and mine ice. Just fill up the containers here. And then drive them back and just drop off. That should give me enough ice for hydrogen in the future. Let's do that next time. Let's see how far we are in welding. In assembling. Watch out for that tree. I think I should call him George instead. While you're over, I should call him George. George Zilla. Dee. Are you gonna connect it? Do I need to wiggle a little bit? There we go. That's another delivery. I think we should be okay for a while. Let me check. Did you weld things up? Nope. We are missing some things. So we're gonna have to do this manually. Interior plates. Interior plates. A lot of them. I don't care. Do these first for a while. It's weird that there's only like one interior plate in there. It's like, I need a lot of them. Why are you only making one? Some construction computers. If I weld you up, will you weld the rest? No. Okay. Gonna have to do this ourselves. Is that the only thing missing? You did all that, yes. We got our connector ready. Not completely though. We might have to weld this up ourselves, it seems. And this is what happens when you're like not having all the resources. There you go. So you guys are sorted out. Now, we need this merge block and we need this connector. Alright. So yeah. To be able to keep with this welder thing, we almost need to have another set of these, which is insane. I got enough steel plates. And I got 30,000 metal grit, so that doesn't seem to be a problem. What we do seem to be missing is the let me see. Construction computers. Interior plates. These are the ones that hurt now. And we will need these for the extension. We're almost there though. The landing zone is as good as done. I mean, we are definitely past half. Did you not weld these up as well? Alright, now everything is lined up. Everything is lined up, alright. But as I said, we are waiting. I wonder if we should just go home, leave our rover home, and use this now for ice. Leave this just completely focused on welding. Should I go for more computers, like 2,500? No, computers actually, let's go for 1,500. Construction computers, 1,500. And interior plates, we will need more. Not 5,000. 2,500. Okay. So let's drive home again. Let's do some ice. We will need some ice anyway if we want to later take off. Then we can come back and fly with the cargo instead, until we really need something more. Getting overcast, the weather. I'm doing this with my gyros, by the way, guys, just that you know. It's not... It's not the bumpy road. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna build a conveyor pipe with a connector so we can take Clyde on it and then go and mine some ice and just drop it all in the containers so I don't need to fly all the time back and forth. Then release all that ice into the base and let it make hydrogen for us. And we could do the same next time, is actually take Clyde with us, drive there, drop off all our resources, then drive the Clyde out, mine gold and silver, drop it into the Grizilla, and then drive back here. So we are making a bit of a more efficient back and forth. So how many space do you need? I think one pipe would be enough. One pipe and then a curved pipe. On top of you. Yo, Alex. How you doing, man? Or Alexander. And I'm not sure if you're okay with Alex. So I know I have a friend that says okay with Alex, but some people don't like to have their names abbreviated. Maybe we should just... Should I go for just this? Is this safe? Let me just double check. Does look like... okay. Let's try, see how it looks. If it doesn't work, we can always raise it up. All right. Wait. Did I not turn you off? Yeah, you're not happy there. No, you're not happy there. I should do this. I should probably put you in front here. With a little bit more space. I think we could go even lower. Like that. Yeah. Let me just drop you off here. You know what I noticed? That my engines don't turn off when I turn them off. Well. Alright, what am I gonna do instead? We're gonna make this shorter. Ooh, you guys are not... I think you guys are not part of the group anymore. Okay, I need to change that. Clyde's... Where's Clyde's all thrusters? What? Okay, it's actually fixed. I didn't have them all on. I think this might be the problem why I couldn't lift my... all my eyes last time. Alright, let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Andrew, thank you so much for the subscription and welcome. Alright, let's go and get some ice. By the way, how far is my drill now? 5.26. Okay. Automated planet to space logistics is quite an interesting challenge. Yeah. I wonder if I could catapult them to space. For projects, yeah, this is my welder, my grinder pit, Akine. Has been throwing it pretty far. Make sure we press the right button. No longer recharge. Engines on. I'm gonna mine away from the front so I can drive forward. And see how much we can lift now with these thrusters. $144 still able to lift. You know what I should install on this thing here is build info, so I see if my drills are full. Not completely full yet. Still can lift. Still can lift, but it's max. I think 175 is actually good. But you see the difference? I was like, why can I not lift that much anymore? 175k is much better than before. We just need to be very careful because of my thrusters on the side and the back. We don't want to do any tiny compared to the rover, like a hood ornament. I meant more of a not. I know you meant that. I already forgot the ratio again between ice and hydrogen. Got 257k ice, which is not bad. There is a miner in space that can parachute drop cargo units that it prints and fills, so can support the project here from space. Which is gonna be too late, no? Because I'm welding everything up already. So that's like 370, 380k. I think that's the max, because otherwise this is already 500,000. I don't remember how much the weight was when I'm getting iron over. I forgot.
No!
Hey, Midnight, how you doing, man? Welcome. We're gonna go down there now. If you want to build 500 less wind turbines. Yeah, I never really thought about the fact that we could just go to space and find uranium, come back and charge our reactors with it. I always was like, okay, this is this first step and space is gonna be the next step, but never really thought about mixing it. But if we want to make a like an automation progress that just comes and collects resources and brings them up constantly, we're gonna need quite a lot of power, as in like hydrogen and maybe ion thrusters, to be able to get off the planet, maneuver outside of the atmosphere, and then come back. But I think it's always getting the weight off the planet is going to be the hardest part. Maybe I should put a fuel line on the other side as well. Let's get it out. Right. Get all this ice out and start fueling my hydrogen. He's putting it back in Clyde, which I don't want. Put it all in the welders. Everywhere. It's putting it everywhere. Are you saying that every of my containers is full? Is this seriously what you're telling me? All my containers are full down there? Oh my god. Each of these are full. Yep, they're all full. Full, 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 full. Let's just build another container here. Alright, so you should now be like halfway, I would almost say. 6% halfway. I always forget that this is is this 1.5 million or 50 million? That is 15 million. 15 million liter. Nice. I think we're definitely gonna have to make an automated ice drill. So we have a fueling station for our drones. I think that's gonna be the plan. All right. Multiple clones. Yeah, the problem is the multiple don't do anything. I need to control each of them separately. The TT. Alright. Now, I'm not gonna drive this. We're gonna fly back with the... Let's fly back with you. I don't seem to have anything engines on. Wait, did I not have like a hydrogen tank in here that I should have refueled? Yeah, I just realized that hydrogen is about to be depleted. But I'm assuming this is more like a little additional power. 6 beeps. I think we could drive around there as well on the ice, but um I would like to see a way to be able to get rid of these. I think you need to change the voxels. If I would drill here, the voxels, then that would disappear as well. But you cannot really chop these bushes. Where are we with the assembly? I think we should be done. All right, let's do another well. Switch lock. Turn off. Switch lock. And reverse. At least clones help with going back and forth to orbit. Oh, you mean like using the clones to control the ship? Ah. Let's see if this can hold up the speed I'm just going right now. As long as we have the inventory, it might not be a problem, but I need to be definitely aware of what I have in my inventory. So steel plates, we got 60,000. Metal grids, we got 23,000. For the moment, we have nothing on zero, so that's good. Can do another run. You're done. Yo, Mr. Juicy, how are you doing? Do some stretching. I know, Alexander. I know. Hearing some clanging noises. The speed is definitely not happy. Yeah, you should talk to the designer of this, Akine. Although he's pretty stubborn about his builds and his large, like, have metal grit and stuff. I think he has a bit of a hovercraft fetish. Of those people. Steel plates, we are at 24,000. I need more. I need more, guys. I need more. Go. Man, I'm having a little bit of a dip. You know when you're like your head gets heavy? I definitely need a good night tonight. I need a good night of sleep tonight. uh... Something exploded. Yep, something exploded. This is going too quick. This is going too quick. What the? Yeah, so I was good at my speeds. I was good at my speeds. I do wonder what is causing it though. Alright, guess I'm gonna have to weld this up manually. Alright, let's give me a... I hate you. Welder can spawn block intersecting in its own hitbox in some cases, like those catwalks. Yeah, but it didn't do that when I was going slow. When I go quickly, that's when it's happening. So it was all because of adding speed to it. Sometimes it's just nice to go slow and steady. Unable to place welder, most likely of that catwalk. No, stop it. So we only will have to weld up this section by hand. I'm gonna do this corner and then I can do this later by hand. Or with the welder ship. Alright. How is our... And they are gone, by the way, these welders. Bye-bye. Weld, weld, weld. You want to do quickly, didn't you? Steel plates, 1,400, 40,000 and 13,000. That's not good. Well, we are here again. Waiting for the last piece of... Because now it's waiting. See? I think because of the speeds, I'm not sure if the same thing that you're explaining is what I mean, but because of the speeds, the game it thinks that my welder is already further than it is, and it welds up the part below it, and then it realizes that it's actually not as far, so it places it back on the position, and then it collapses with the grate. I'm not sure if that is what you mean, but that's what I think it is. But we can already retract you. So, the silver welders... Oh, shut up. The silver welders, as you can see, these are the ones I built before we arrived here with the hinge. Because that was, I assumed, that was the length or the width of this platform. And then it was like, it isn't. So we built up a whole series of red ones on the outside to cover that. And this is what I need to fix now because of that little explosion we had. Seems like we got this twice. I need 30,000 steel plates before I can do another run. I mean, this is 8 assemblers. It's unbelievable how slowly this still goes, no? You're making a Star Destroyer? No, this is the spaceport. Just for me, myself and I. How many would it need to run it consistently? More, it seems. Currently we are, I think we're making like 2,000 per minute. But it's also trying to catch up with the ones I weld up here. The only 3 people that matter. future Star Destroyers. I almost need to... I'm wondering if it would be possible. Does Izzy have a... Does Izzy have an option to say, like, I want these assemblers to focus only on steel plates? I don't know if there's like an option in the programmer block that has that. Edits. Automated no. What I want is auto crafting. You can teach the script. No, that's not what I want. Always queue first. Margins for assembled assembly.
Energy critical.
No, it doesn't show anything here. Production quota, yeah. This, because you set it per assembler, no? You don't set it per... Oh, effing hell, I don't have... Because the production quota sets per assembler, not as a program separately. Do you think it's a good idea to go for like easy only for sorting and then use production quota for crafting? Got 20,000. I think I'm just not gonna be able to reach the end with this next batch. Do, 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 do. Ah, but these are small hydrogen tanks, aren't they? They are just little backups, actually. This is not like there's a large hydrogen tank in here. $8,000 more. This is not vanilla in certain things, although this is a script. So in theory, a script is still vanilla. So what you see here, this is a script. I think the only thing that you see like modded is the like my build vision, some quality of life changes, but I don't think I have a lot of mods that actually change the game itself. Can't handle industrial overhaul, for example. Runs out of memory. come on. Let me do one more run. 23,000. Wait, how far are we now? 23, so we need another 7,000 before I can do the run. Let's just fly home. Hey Moose, welcome. God, you are very swift forward, but braking. Be a little bit more careful with braking. Wait, you already called them tanks? Let's stockpile on and off. Did you group the batteries? You didn't, I think. Wait. Is this the only batteries I have on this thing? What? What? No. This flies on 2 small batteries? No, it cannot be. What? Oh no, there's a reactor. I was like, this is insane. How did you do this? All right, let's connect and recharge the fuel. How is our reactor doing? $1.55. We do need to go and get some oh. How did I survive this? We're still filling up. How much ice do we have left? Okay, we still got ice. We're still generating. Good. Actually, I need to do this. If I do that and I say only on the current ship, then look for the large cargo container. If I would take some steel plates with me. Yeah, effed. I don't care anymore. Yoinked, yeah. Is he? Nope. You're not getting it. You didn't ask it politely. You cannot steal my plates. What happens when you finish building a spaceport? I bomb it. Alright, we have 36,000, so we can do another run. We have a button here. Let's go. Let's weld up the rest. I'm wondering if it's because we're also much further away from the start. I don't know. Why would you be so bumpy about this, buddy? Hmm? You're definitely not happy, that's for sure. Let's pick the second spaceport first. The other one, the one on the other side of the ice field. Don't believe in Rex. There's only one of these. And if there by any chance is another one of these, I'll probably just drop it somewhere and break it by accident. Oh no, I broke the project drone like 5 times. Oh, sorry, people. That's gonna be the end of it. Oh no, the Minerva and the backup ship completely exploded. Oh. Failed mission, I guess. See what I mean? This is what I mean. Okay, I need to retract you a little bit. Nope. Because I don't have my block ready here. Yeah. How did we solve this last time? I think a little bit insanely. Alright, let me retract you. I'm gonna have to retract you. Until this thing settles down a bit. Why exactly are you still not... Did you go straighter? It looks like you're definitely straightened up. If you forget this block, that's what you get from... That's what you get. That's what you get from the stupid thing. What we could do instead... Let's put the second block here. Or even a second connector there. Give me a second. 9. I'm gonna put a second connector there. That did it. Okay. Now we can turn you on again, and you should be able to continue your little path. That should have given us a bit more time to get more resources. We are at 11,000. Now, I need 15,000 to be able to finish the last part. Alright. I think we're gonna end up somewhere here at this line. I'm assuming we're gonna miss the last 2 blocks before I can finish this. But I don't think we're gonna finish the complete end this stream. What I might do, I might probably boost this here really, really high. And then have my character sit here for a while offline. So we can weld this up next time. It's okay, that's not too much resources there. I'm out of iron. I need to go back and bring it back. Alright, well. Alright. Well, I guess we're gonna call it then here, no? Because this is gonna take too much time. Alright, let's go back home. I was like, oh, I have enough iron, I don't need to drive back and forth constantly by my rover. Well, guess again. I think we definitely have enough cobalt still. I should have drilled towards centerpiece instead of drilling towards Bob. I should have drilled towards there. I could already have had a conveyor system towards that. That would have been such a big change. I would just have all my welding, all my refining and assembling here. Well, yeah, guess that's too late. Hey Starman, how are you doing? Welcome. Seal established. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna have to connect this and then drive back to the area there and do it from there, I guess. I mean, we could do another drive. We could do that. Alright, let me drive backwards so I don't accidentally break the pipe. And get this out. Cargo drone time? Nah. I'm bringing over like a lot of iron every time. If I check special... I already filled this up. I already filled up, I don't need to go. See, this is like a 500,000, 600,000. I don't need to go. Let's just drive. The amount of thrusts I need for this is insane. For this amount of weight. So I might... I think after we're done with the spaceport, I think we're gonna come back here and focus on a ice mine. Which will allow us to make fueling ships here and then use cargo ships to fly back and forth. And then later we can change the waypoints so they then fly up and down. So we can start with like cargo ships once we get the fuel support. I wonder if I should use the drilling script. I don't know what the name is anymore, but there's a drilling script that does it as well. That, or I need to build a new endless drill. The problem is that the ice is not that big or deep. No, it's not PAM. There is a drilling platform that kind of drills for you. I need to look into PAM, to be honest. Or the other one, PAM or Scam. There's two different mods or two different scripts. I think the PAM is good, but I think the Scam is actually really, really good for like flying transports as well. I don't know how well you can actually make... Can you make a PAM, similar PAM system by using event controllers? And like AI blocks and say you have to fly there, then you have to mine out this area? I don't know. And I know this might be a lot of hassle. I'm just trying to see if that's possible, because that would open a world for people on console. Because they cannot use these scripts. Yeah, but what I'm wondering is it possible to use that to make drilling drones? I need to do a deeper look into this event controls as well. like what exactly can be done on that, because I've been using them for several things, but I do forget the options you have. There we go. So the refinery can now, or the assemblers can kick in gear again. Alright. Only saw a drop drilling on vanilla AI when a miner drops on the ground and stood straight down. Yeah, I did see a guy making a complete, like, it's like a dropping from a moving platform. It drops in the ice, then it flies up again and connects to a connector. If it's that one, I did see the same. Yeah, it doesn't, I don't think there's like a, no, that isn't. Okay. But you can work with like locations, so you can drop a GPS. This is where, for example, ice is, and then have your miner work ice, and then you say like, and that depth with another GPS point. You could do that. I think it's possible to definitely work with event controllers where you drop a beacon or a waypoint, and then the waypoint is just a square where it mines down until it's done by using a move controller. I think it's possible, but yeah. We got 19,000, so we could do the last part before we disappear. Let me drop my inventory. There we go. Everybody relax. No clanging. Thank you. Using relative waypoints on the recorder. Yeah, the thing is, I can send it to a waypoint that I make. Let's say, for example, I find iron. So I make a waypoint at the iron location. Then you can send the thing to fly to that waypoint, and then once it reaches that waypoint, the event controller can say, I reached it, then activate another recorder that drills a square out. So I'm pretty sure it should be simple. So yeah, this is going to be the maximum area here with this. So this drill is not going to reach further than that. Why are you not welding this up, buddy? Construction computers, damn it. I know merge block as well again. Because you can't set waypoints inside yet, existing voxels other way. Because you cannot set waypoints inside yet, existing voxels other way. But can you not... Can I not set the waypoints relative to another waypoint? I mean, if it... We can do it with a beacon. I'm just thinking, can we do it at a waypoint relative to another waypoint? I mean, we can drop a beacon. It's not hard. You just have a base with a beacon, drop it at the spot, and then it just drills from the beacon on. Oh, no. We cannot rotate. Cannot rotate it. This hinge is gonna cause me issues here. Yeah, that hinge is gonna cause me issues. So I'm gonna have to just go a little bit further, and that's all we need to do. We don't even need to weld it up on the back there. $8,000 steel plates. We're gonna complete this piece. I want to have this piece done at the end. I want this whole platform to be done. Switch lock, switch lock, switch lock. Alright, let's extend this one more time. And let's complete this insanity. I hope the flight grounding gates at the end. I don't see a flight grounding gate, so I don't know what you're talking about. You mean the, these? I guess we need to make some more resources because not everything has been welded up. But
Fuel low.
yeah. Okay.
Fuel critical.
I think we are pretty much done. Just a little bit more welding. But look at this. We completed the whole floor. There is an insane amount of metal grids in this build. Every block has 50 metal grids. And we're still not finished. But that's gonna be for next time. Whee! Look, this is me. This is me. You see that little dot there? That little dot here, that's me. That's my rover. Look at my rover, which is looking really big, isn't it? Until you look at the landing pad of this thing. Oh. Alright guys, we're gonna call it. This is it for today. Look, it's me running. I feel like I'm playing on one of those platform games like Snake. All right, so let's call it off here. Thank you so much all for joining. I will see you again, of course, tomorrow for another Space Engineers scrapyard this time. I have no idea where we left off and what was the plan. I mean, I know that we wanted to change the train to a flying Back to the Future one, but that's not going to be now because we still need to find the thrusters for it. But that's going to be probably what we're going to be doing. Either we build... No, we need to find more metal grids. We need to find more metal grids. Anyway, that's going to be for tomorrow. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to check if we can rate anybody. And that's going to be it for me. Let me see. Customization, redirects. I don't have anybody. No. Alright. That's going to be it then. Thank you so much all for joining. Walter, appreciate you being here as well, as always. And MacGyver, I don't know if I said hello to you, but thanks for joining as well. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.